an unreasonably long time to come to your door, and they usually don't bring the thing you requested, which is problematic when you requested hand soap or a fire extinguisher. But despite the inn's reputation for room fires and unclean hands, the breakfast express buffet is nearly impeccable. The pool in the lobby is almost always full, and people always leave looking like every ounce of their energy was drained by the walloping good time they just had. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy an in-depth tour of our facilities and find out for yourself how we earned each of our 2.5 stars.
On the first floor, the men with the fiery hair push the bed to the wall. They open the Venetian blinds to let the sun in, lock the door to keep room service out. They shuffle through piles of sheet music in their corduroy bags, their backpacks waiting underneath their arms.
What shall we play? Minuet Up the Hill, loud as you can so as they can hear us clear as day in the Emerald Isle.
What's about the people below us?
They'll be fine. Minuet Up the Hill on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the second floor, where a woman runs her tongue over teeth that taste like double chocolate mochas and peppermint tea, stirring from dreams to baristas and espresso flavors that change with the seasons.
When a man carrying a latte passes by in the hallway, she is overstimulated and breaks in a sweat. She dials the number of her personal barista.
If I don't get a vanilla bean latte right now, I'm going to burn down this hotel.
She says,
Alejandro, where are you?
On my way.
He says,
Just stay calm, take deep breaths.
You take deep breaths.
She screams and hangs up the phone. A few minutes later, Alejandro appears in the doorway with a caramel frappuccino.
I asked for vanilla bean.
She punches a hole in the wall and the plaster crumbles.
Welcome to the third floor. Here you'll discover a long hallway, young children screaming as they sprint after each other, and that strange chemical smell you'll always find in hotels like this one. Let's take a look inside room 246, which is occupied by our friend Chester.
Chester's thinking about saltines, the snack he ate every day during his vegetable-free childhood. He didn't learn what a carbohydrate was until he was 17, but he was fully aware that the path of his life was paved by the pale white cracker.
At 24 years old, Chester applied to the nearest saltine factory, and his obvious dedication landed him the job. It wasn't until his first day that he found out what a saltine truly was, an unholy square of sodium. Upon exploring the off-limits part of the factory, he saw a row of men throwing packets of salt into a tub of pale white saltine batter.
He realized in horror that over the course of his life,
He'd probably eaten enough sodium to cover a small country.
I trusted you, saltines!
He yelled.
I trusted you and you betrayed me!
He ran out of the factory, still screaming. 20 years later, he ended up here at the Queen's Inn. He jumps when the complimentary landline rings.
Hello?
Hi, Chester, how are you doing?
Who is this?
This is the Cheese It Factory. We heard about your mishap with saltines.
How do you know?
We know everything. We're calling to offer you a spot on the Cheese It team. Beneath the lobby, where the large man complains of bedbugs and spontaneous bagpiping, under the express buffet in the supply closet, Waldo is folding an origami mongoose again, muttering to himself. He can imagine his friends and family far away, desperately asking each other, "Where's Waldo? Can you find Waldo?" But the answer is that they cannot, because Waldo is no longer blending in among enormous crowds of people, trying to hide in plain sight, despite the knowledge that he is always being watched. Waldo is now living in the basement of the Queen's Inn, unknown to the staff or the other hotel stairs or any living human. For once in his life, Waldo will not be found.
On the roof, an old woman stands in silence, her feet growing numb in the snow that fell the night before.
Bread crusts emerge from the pockets of her trench coat, and she drops them on the ground for the spattering of pigeons around her. Queen's Inn and all its wonders lie beneath her feet.
She looks up to see a helicopter descending from the sky, a rope dangling from its hard black underbelly.
With one hand, she reaches up to seize the rope when it descends within her reach. With the other, she puts on her sunglasses and says,
Just another day in the CIA.